Welcome, my friends, to another episode of Industry Partner Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, we'll bring you friends from the industry, housing industry here to Morphic Streaming. Today, we have a very special guest. I'm going to let him introduce himself to the Morphlix ecosystem, to the Morphlix streaming media. But it's a very special guest, and we're going to be talking a lot today on what are we doing, what is he doing here on streaming media, on streaming Morphlix, on our studios here live today. And I want to introduce our friend, Jason Williford. He's a real estate agent. He's a marketing strategist, business strategist. How are you, Jason?
I am doing wonderful. Thanks for having me. I love your studio, by the way. It's
amazing. Thank you. Really appreciate it. But it has taken us a long time to build it, but little by little is coming up. So, Jason, I want to interview you today for our Industry Partner Tuesdays. This is a very relaxed interview. Nothing fancy. It's just a friend.
There's not an eject button on the seat, is there?
No,
Okay.
not at all. And I want to interview you to see what is it that you're doing here on Morphlix. Tell me what's going on, and I know we have some awesome news for our Morphlix viewers and our Morphlix people here in the streaming service.
Love it. My name is Jason Williford, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia originally, and I live in Miami Beach now. I am a business and marketing strategist for high-performing real estate agents and team leaders, and also those in the mortgage industry as well. Just put out my first book published with Jay Abraham, The Ultimate Real Estate Machine. Was blessed. Forbes had the book in. It's been in Forbes. It's been in Entrepreneur. It's been in Inman, which is probably the top publication for real estate agents. So I just published that. It became a Amazon bestseller within the first 3 days that it hit the market. And I don't toot my own horn. I've dedicated the book to my greatest mentor, which is Jay Abraham. He's known as the $30 billion man. He's also known as the godfather of marketing. He was the advisor to Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Damon John from Shark Tank, a founder from FedEx. He's coached and advised over 10,000 clients through the years. So it was a blessing and really cool for me to be able to write that book with him on how we utilized his strategies, his techniques, his tools that he spent over 40 years cultivating. I developed an info product, which is called Elite Agent Referral Mastery, which is referrals are the number one most proven, most profitable, most overlooked, most underutilized lead source for real estate agents. And that comes, directly from Jay's private vault that nobody has access to, that or not many have access to, I should say, that I stumbled onto this product that, he's known as the referral guru, is what Damon John from Shark Tank calls him, that is in no other industry that I was able to take. And it took me a long time to hundreds of hours to develop it strictly for the real estate industry, but ties in really nice to mortgages because we know that we can't, per RESPA laws, we can't pay for referrals. So there was a lot of stuff that I had to add, stuff I had to take away. But it's a really cool program that I came up with from Jay's content, which he's also going to be on the TV show, which is Beyond the Close, and I know that's why.
Let's talk about Beyond the Close. Definitely. Tell me the genesis of the beginning of what, and it was named something else. It had to change the name. Tell me the genesis.
Which we even put in the episode. It's going to be on one of the future episodes because the show is about part of the show, I mean, it's about business. It's about real estate and it's about business. And there's times in business that you have to pivot. And I just so happened to be at a mastermind, at one of my mastermind events, and it was in Sarasota, Florida. And one of my mastermind friends is an NFL football player, and he was a former running back in the NFL. And I got this news that, we have to change the name of the TV show.
Oh, no.
And just so happened to, and I believe that it was an omen that, 2 hours later, I'm having a drink with a former NFL running back. And I'm like, hey, man, this could work out great for the show that we're having to pivot, just like what a running back has to do day in, day out. So we actually, we hopped in the car. We drove from Sarasota to Clearwater, roughly about 2 hours or so, approximately one way with traffic. So we hopped in the car, went and filmed with the executive producer of the show, and we figured it out. Like within 12 hours, we had a new name. We had a new tagline for the show, and we figured it out as we all have to do in business sometimes.
Yeah.
But rather than it taking us months and months to figure it out and let us get stuck in our business, 12 hours later, it was done.
You figured out new name, new branding, new everything. Yeah. And Morflix
And we tied it into the show.
Exactly. And Morflix is part of Beyond the Close. We got involved. We're going to be streaming that valuable content on Morflix. Hopefully when everything is out and it's
and I wanted to say thank you for allowing us to put Beyond the Close on Morflix, because obviously it's going to be on all streaming networks, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Roku, Hulu, all of those. But when I didn't even know Morflix existed.
Yeah.
And when I found out that you guys existed, I was like, oh my goodness, this is like the holy grail, because this is only for like the housing industry specific. So to have the content distributed on Morflix is really cool to me. For those watching and listening, would you like me to go into like what is Beyond the Close about?
Yes, please. Very important. So that way, the new audience or the audience viewers that's gonna be watching this on Morflix in all the streaming apps or Morflix, they can know. And what better to explain it from the source, one of the creators.
Thank you very much. The show, we wanted the show to be something different, something that's not, the same as everything out there. Even though some great shows like the $1 Million Listing and what's that show, Sunset on
The Selling Sunset, or
yeah.
The Tampa one.
Yeah.
You saw the Tampa one in Netflix?
I watched.
I haven't seen it yet.
I watch very little TV. I'm very much a creative thinker, and for the last year, I've kind of been locked up in my lab writing in South Beach, which I call the content factory, in my creative factory. And there's a reason why I live like right on the water. And I've always wanted to live there because I believe that environment expands thinking. So quite honestly, like I'm usually working on a lot of thought work. Yeah. So I haven't seen those shows, but I did try watching one of the shows that I won't name on one of the stations that I won't name the station, just so I don't badmouth folks. But
yeah.
I would like to say that, it's more of research and more of study for me of separating this show to make it different, unlike anything else out there. And what I found was it was pretty boring to me what I watched. So that's what we did not want the show to be about. We want it to be fascinating. We want it to be inspirational. We want it to be impactful. So first of all, that's what it is going to be. But it is a contestant style reality show where there are 10 real estate agents competing in 10 real markets. So, we didn't want it to be just in, one exclusive like luxury market where there's $40 million listings everywhere. Now we do have one that is in a market like that, that's right in Fort Lauderdale, that sells, a lot of Fort Lauderdale and Miami properties that, that you'll get to see some high-end listings, but you also get to see real estate agents that are competing in different markets, that are markets like most real estate agents are in. That I have some agents that are in
average current price 300, 400, 500,000.
But also have some that are average price couple of million. But I have one of the contestants that their average price is right around 200,000.
Gotcha.
So, it's based upon, and it's my job as not only the host, but the mentor, where behind the scenes, I mentioned earlier, lead agent referral mastery, I've trained them all that during behind the scenes. I've been doing one-on-one consulting with all of them for about the past 4.5 months as well. So it's my job as the mentor to take them in a very short time from where they're currently at to where maybe not where they want to go, but take them a lot closer to where they want to go in a very short period of time, which is 90 days. So they are competing over a 90-day time frame to win the grand prize, and the grand prize is $25,000 worth of my material, masterminds, products. I also own a marketing agency called Super Influencer as well, for them to use any way that they want to. But also they get to be one of the judges on season 2 as well.
Oh, nice. Okay, nice.
It's going to be cool.
And as you were telling me, it's about six episodes?
6 episodes.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay.
Season finale is going to be, I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be on a super yacht in Miami. We're going to film a good bit of the, maybe not all, but some of the content is going to be filmed on the super yacht during a charity event. The charity is called Influence with Love, which is for underprivileged children. It's going to be a nice dinner, cocktails, drink, a live DJ, live Miami style DJ.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
So it's going to be fun, but it's also going to be a great.
Is the yacht going to be traveling on the, oh my God, in the coast?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so
the yacht's going to be, it's going to be an evening event. So it's going to be that time of year where it's not going to feel super hot and muggy out. It's going to feel really nice. And we plan on also having an exotic car show as a pregame party leading up to the super yacht. The extravaganza is what it's called, the super yacht extravaganza. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Dancing. The cast members, the contestants are going to be letting their hair down because they've been running hard for actually over 90 days because they were learning before we even kicked off for about 45 days approximately before we kicked off the contest. So the contest is going to be over by the time we hit that yacht. So they're coming into town to have a good time and relax a little bit, because that's not what I teach. I don't just teach, hey, let's exponentially grow your business rapidly. Let's also do so. And just like in my book, build a real estate machine that works harder and harder and harder for you versus you having to work harder and harder for it.
Correct.
Yeah. Living life. Like Zig Ziglar, the 8 spokes of the wheel. Business and finances are just 2 of the spokes. There's 6 other spokes like love and family and spirituality. So that's my goal, is not just for them to have short-term 90-day success. It's for them to have a launch pad for growth for years and years and years to come.
Gotcha, correct. And I want to say, really thank you for the Beyond the Close crew, the production team, and everybody. We're looking forward to be streaming the first season of Beyond the Close here at Morflix. And also, I want to welcome you as a podcast or as a show here in Morflix. You're gonna have your podcast where we have an area inside Morflix for podcasting. Although it's not gonna be audio, it's gonna be video, audio, both at the same time. So we really want to thank you and welcome aboard at Morflix too as well.
Thank you, and for those watching, we have some because I believe that, and I learned this through Tony Robbins. And I'm not a know-it-all. I don't want to be perceived as one either. You're either green and growing or you're brown and dying is what my mentors in the past have taught me. And I have a high school education. I have been blessed with wonderful mentors through the years. I started out in 100% commission sales back in 1999. Incidentally, I fell into 100% commission sales, but through the years, I've invested over $1.1 to $1.2 million in my own professional development, professional and personal development. Always, the better I could afford, that's who I went to. And so I'm bringing on some of my mentors, as Tony Robbins says. You never lack resources. You lack resourcefulness. So I attempted to be as resourceful as possible to bring as much valuable content to not only the contestants but also the audience. So some of the people that I'm bringing on is some of my direct mentors, like Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank.
Yes.
He's on episode 1. He's also one of the judges of the show. So
nice.
Kevin Harrington, he's also the co-founder of Home Shopping Network, co-founder of As Seen on TV. He's known as the inventor of the infomercial. I'm pretty old, so going back to like the Ginsu knives back in the day, Kevin, that was Kevin's concept. That I didn't know this till recently. That was not just in America. He scaled that across the world, along with other great people. Like we filmed episode 1 in Billy Mays' studio, which is the legendary, he's passed away now, but he's the legendary TV pitch man. That's where he filmed many of his infomercials at, was right in that studio. So it was really cool to go in there. We have Jay Abraham. He's a special guest on the show. He's by Forbes magazine one of the top 5 business and marketing strategists in the world. Forbes calls him the real thing. Have Michael Burnoff. He is a world-renowned human communication, human behavior, human psychology. He deals in persuasion and influence for you to program your mind and persuade your mind to get what you demand out of life. I just filmed with him several days ago in Arizona at his amazing facility out there. So Ben Gay III, if anyone has read the book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he's known as Napoleon Hill's last protege, being he worked directly with not only Napoleon Hill, but also Zig Ziglar. He worked with God, I'm having a brain fart on all these other very profound, world-renowned sales trainers, throughout the years. But he's worked with many of them. He wrote a book called The Closers, which sold over 12 million copies, and they stopped counting how many copies they sold over 20 years ago. So it's probably safe to say that there's probably been 20 million copies of it sold. But he's known as the guru, sales training guru, one of the biggest in the world, period, and has been for over 50 years. So bringing on special guests as well. That may be another special guest, special guest or two, to bring as much value to the audience and to the contestants as well.
Wow! So a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, a lot of Sales, marketing. Wow, I'm gonna be once I go over there on April. I'm gonna be like, wow,
And you have it all on your channel, which is cool.
Yeah,
I think for you too.
yeah, it's gonna be a great experience.
Brilliant concept, by the way. What you've done here is amazing because I'm an out of the box thinker, and a lot of my direct mentors are as well. And I'm very fascinated with what you've done.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of technical stuff that a year and a half, 2 years ago, I didn't know about. And I've been learning, streaming. And right now we are the exclusive streaming service for the housing industry. We are very happy about it. Happy that we're going to have Beyond the Close with us. They're going to have your content us here with Morflix too. So it's going to be incredible.
What I think is cool about what you've done is that you're the pioneer of the housing industry for streaming services. So basically anyone that tries to come behind you, they're doing nothing but trying to knock off what you've created.
Correct. Because we are the first one. As far as we know, we are the only one right now. So hopefully it'll continue like that. But if we gotta compete, we gotta compete. There's
You're the originator.
We are the brand that started it all.
You're preemptive.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well,
great job,
my friend Jason. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on Morflix here in our studio in Orlando. Any last words that you want to convey to our streaming viewers?
I just want to say thank you to you for allowing us to be on Mortflix. It's going to be a really cool, not just short term for us. I'm just all about giving as much value back to those that help me and us. So I'm thankful for the long term preeminent relationship, because that's also what the show is about. Not just about 10 contestants. Actually, one of the ways that you can be eliminated as a contestant is not being preeminent, being that you could sell $100 million worth of real estate and in 90 days. And if you upset a bunch of clients, if you didn't do what you said you're going to do, if you weren't exuding being a preeminent, go-to, trustworthy agent, you can be eliminated.
Yeah.
So it's not just about how many you sell. And that's all that we're bringing on. Like any special guest, any special expert from outside of being a real estate agent, the people that we're bringing on are only the ones that are trusted experts in their field.
No, it's going to be an incredible experience, long term, like you said. So this is not going to be just a first episode or a couple of podcasts. It's going to be a long-term relationship, and we're going to develop really well and move forward and succeed. And you know, everybody's grow. I grow, you grow, everybody grows, and that's our goal here at Morflix.
Do the right thing, and we all grow together.
Yep.
Beautiful.
All right, Jason.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason, and we'll be in touch. My friend, this has been an episode of Industry Partner Tuesdays, streaming here at Morflix. So it will be streaming really, really soon. So I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.